Hey girl, and welcome back to the Pink Bubble. Today's video is our day 4 of the 7 days of love, and today we will be talking about date night, intimacy, marriage, and relationships. And I'm working my short pixie wig today, y'all. I call her Ebony. So let me know what y'all think about this outfit and my hair for today. So let's get into it. So how important is date night to y'all? Like, is date night in y'all relationships a requirement, or is it like something that just should be spontaneous and here and there? Like, what do y'all feel? I want to hear from y'all as well on this topic because I feel like everybody dates differently. So for me in my relationship, I do feel like date night is really important. And with date night being like super important, I think that it gives off that sense of, keeping it spicy, keeping it real intimate, and keeping ourselves into one another. Like for me, it don't really have to be dinner all the time as a date night. A date night could be anything where we spending time outside of the house, making memories and doing something new and doing something different. My favorite thing to do during date night is have fun. Like that really be me. But I honestly feel like I find me and my husband date nights with other people. Like I think like maybe like 2 weeks ago was like our first time in a while going out on a date when it was just us two. And I really did enjoy the time of just us being together. Like it's cool to go out on date nights with other people, but that one-on-one time you definitely need that. Like that is just like so important because while you in the house with your spouse, I mean y'all in the house all the time. Y'all live together, y'all do things together, and you only confined to doing so much while you in the house to the point where where's the action? Where's the fun? Date night gives you action, it gives you fun, it gives you time to talk amongst yourselves with each other, converse, and talk about more than just your day, but talk about yourself, like, what you are noticing about yourself now. I feel like it gives us time to really talk and look into each other's eyes. Be like super romantic and be able to talk about things that excite you, or new things that you're noticing about yourself, or new things that you are noticing about him, and how to make the relationship better, and just talk and be free to be yourself. Like being at a restaurant for me is not really good enough because at a restaurant you gotta still be a little classy, you gotta be on your best behavior. And me, I'm a girl that like to curse, so I need to be somewhere where I could be free and not too many people close to us, to where I can do me and be happy and enjoy my man just how he like me to be and just how I like to be. I don't like to be all confined and following rules and all that stuff. It's just not for me. And just like the me time that us girls need, we need in a relationship, we need our us time. Like me and you time. Just time to explore and reflect on our relationship. Talk about what we can do better and just enjoy each other overall. And it don't have to be so serious, so uptight. It's not like we going out to dinner just to have a meeting, a relationship meeting. Like no, we going out just to enjoy each other company. Cause like I don't know about y'all, but I love spending time with my husband. Like if I could put him in my pocket and take him around with me everywhere I go, I would. That's how much I enjoy spending time with my husband because it be the intimacy of it all. Like even when we have our us time in the house, I love those moments too because I find myself being so very intrigued with my husband because we find ourselves in like deep conversation about everything. It's like that best friend, that true best friend time that you have. And oh, I just love those moments so much because I just feel like I learned so much from him. And that for me is enough intimacy to make me go back and reflect. Like, intimacy is beyond sex. Those be the times that have me just like, oh my God, I'm the luckiest girl in the world. I feel like I get to know him more on a more deeper level outside of our daily routines, outside of him being a provider, outside of all of that. I feel like it gives me that extra kick, like, oh, like I'm just ready for the world. Like, I feel recharged enough to go out into the world representing my relationship in a better way, representing him in a better way, representing our marriage and our union and our family in a much better way. Glitter just gets everywhere. Change is inevitable. Like, we gonna change regardless, but it be that time just to communicate that change and say thank you, be appreciative in that time. Whatever you got to do, whatever you got to say, just to keep each other on y'all toes. That be the importance of that date night, that intimacy time, that time spent together, that time spent alone outside of the kids, even though I don't got none, or outside of work and outside of the confinements of your home. I've been married now for 2 months, and marriage is, oh my God, it's such a beautiful thing. But when you are married, you start to really learn a lot about yourself. Like, you learn a lot of the negative traits that you had or have. And as y'all could probably grasp from the last couple episodes with me, I'm not a big fan of people telling me about me. But it is what it is. If you live with a person and you're around that person 24/7, you ain't gonna help but to find some flaws and not even really be searching for the flaw, but just see, like, it's flaws in us all. But one thing I can say is, since I've been married, I have been like seeing myself in a total different way. Like, beyond what he say he don't like, the stuff that he say he don't like, I'd be like, okay, all right, like, okay, that's minor stuff that I can work on. But the internal stuff that, like, how I've been like really seeing myself and reflecting inward and being like, whoa, Mariah, girl, you got some toxic traits. Like, sis, oh my God, like, you need to get it together. Like, I can't lie. Marriage will bring up so many things, like all the negative things that needs to be fixed. Marriage will bring that out. Like, it's like it subconsciously forces you to fix it head on. Like, it's no more running from it. It's like marriage stops you from running from anything. And like I said in my last video with self-love, I was a runner. But baby, when you get married, it stops you in your fucking tracks. And forces you to deal with the issue and the problems that you really need to deal with. When you married to someone and you committed to someone, you committed to all of them. You're committed to everything that this person is. Like, your lives are committed to each other. So you never want to make your spouse feel bad or feel like they in it by themselves, because you definitely don't get married to still be single. You get married to be as one and still have your individuality. So these last 2 months have been the best thing I can say ever for my relationship, my newfound marriage, and also just for myself. Like, I realized that I will never stop learning about myself, and I will never stop learning about how people function, and I will never stop growing because I now have someone that is not only going to grow with me and help groom me to be the perfect woman for him and the perfect woman for myself and the perfect woman for our children. Just be overall a better person, especially for a person like me who is very ambitious but falls into anger and I'm not going to say a whole depression, a slight depression when things don't go the right way. And sometimes it's hard for me to pull myself out of that. So my husband is like the best person that could have been for me ever, because he know how to think on a logical scale and just be like, it's not that deep, okay? Here's what we're gonna do. And me, on the other hand, I'm like, oh my God, my life is over because this did not go the right way. And he like, no, calm down, you tripping. I'm like so over dramatic that I need somebody that is not my family, that is going to always be biased in a way of having my back. But his biasness doesn't keep him from not telling me the truth, because he knows that in telling me the truth, I'm a win. And any win for me is a win for us. And the only way that he can get me to get to that place is, again, like I said, those intimate times where we just sitting there talking and I'm telling him all my fears and what I'm the most worried about and what concerns me the most, and him just taking that action and being like, so here's what we're gonna do. I hear what you're saying and help me out. And then I'd be like, oh, I never thought of that. I never thought of it that way. And then the things that I need to work on, he say it, but he don't say it in a harsh way. And that's what I can appreciate as well. If I had to choose a celebrity couple that I admire as far as like their relationship and things like that, I would choose DJ Envy and his wife Gia. First of all, I love his wife. Gia is just so fat. Like, she is really fat. I feel like I look like a dream girl. We are dream girls. We'll make you happy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Outside of her being like a fashionista or whatever, she's beautiful. She talks really intelligently, but also with grace, but you could tell she had a real good personality. I really do love her. So I watched a podcast, and I was watching it before I was married. So I was already, liking them. I had been watching them. And a lot of the topics that they bring up, it's like they seem to be very honest. And that's something that I do really admire about them, because they seem just very, very comfortable with each other, comfortable with any topic that they bring up. And you can tell that they have that intimate relationship with each other, to where they're talking a lot and they're having that time to where you can seamlessly pretty much finish finish a man's sentence or anything like that. It seems as though they are comfortable and okay with those touchy subjects and not getting upset because they understand where the other person is coming from. And I like that. I really like their dialogue with one another when it comes to communicating, even in front of us. You could just tell that their intimate time together is really consistent. So I do like that about their relationship, but I don't idolize anybody's relationship because everybody's relationship is different. Everybody's spouse is different, and you really can't bank on your spouse acting like someone else that you idolize. So I try my very best to not idolize. I pretty much don't. I just really like people, and when I like people, I subscribe to them. So that's all. I hope you all enjoyed this video on the topic of date night and relationships and marriage and love and intimacy and that intimate time with your mate. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on all my social medias at Yes It's Dollface. And I will see you back here tomorrow for day 4 of 7 Days of Love. Bye.